I'm Ellen Steier, and I like to spell my last name by saying that it's like Steiner without the N. So it's capital Steier. Now, this is the really brave part. You're probably not expecting me to be this old, but I actually just turned 67. I was born in 1956. Yeah, March 24th. I am Jewish and I consider myself kind of multi religious. You'll ask the typical Baptist person, especially someone elderly and especially older Baptist women, how are you? How are you today? How are you feeling? And the answer you get is above ground. So, so that's how I view a birthday. I mean, in two simple words, to start with, hey, I'm above ground. I'm alive. I like it. I like that I lived to celebrate another birthday. This was probably from a present I got, so I figured, well, they all kind of work together. Ellen and the happy birthday napkins from I'm not sure when. I have lived here since officially December 1st, 1988. Thus, all the stuff. I seem to find a lot of things. I know that thing about one man's junk is another man's treasure. It's true of me. If an object has a particular memory for me of a certain day in my life, especially if that day concerns another person who's dear to me, then I may find it actually impossible to part with that object. When I found a mug dad, and this was just recently, so my dad had died, I couldn't resist. I said, well, it's the sentiment of it. And I found a mug that said M, and I said, oh, Steve's last name starts with M. I couldn't resist that. Plus also Andrew McCarthy. Well, that hat, I was looking at that the other day, and that hat was from a lady I did an act with. Her name was Louise, but she liked to call herself Louisa. And so I said, well, I don't think I want to throw that hat out because I haven't seen her in years, and hopefully she's still around, but it'll always remind me of her. And that's an old fashioned kind of tape when I tried to do some stand up in the early 2000s. And that was a guy I had a fling with. My stepmom and dad watched it and they said something like, well, you're funny. He's not. Oh my gosh. Music is one of the very biggest things in my life. Two of the things closest to my heart are my cat Pasta and the piano. And when I sing, that just completes everything for me. This, I believe this held soap. Now, it may just hold water. I don't know, let me see. Yeah, I don't know, I think it's empty. No, it was in a box that I threw out this morning. This I got in Midwood. Yeah, I like colorful candy that's kind of interesting. So this is sort of marmalade, like about 4 different colors, white, red, green, and yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it right now. So, I've lived in places for varying amounts of time, but this is, as I said, by far the longest I've ever lived in one place and far longer than I ever expected to stay. Well, I've always lived alone here. I've never had a roommate in my life.
Oh. Yeah. You tradition. Yes, you did.
And as I otherwise like to put it, I really need a man who's stable, and a lot of the guys I've dated and had crushes on more belonged in one. So I have a crush that I'm realizing more and more on my stepsister's husband. I do. Oh, here's Steve. Okay, you only see him kind of from the side, but it's at a recent family gathering, probably this past summer. Yeah. Yeah, he's muscular, handsome, sexy. He's kind. He's got a great sense of humor. He's a good husband, good father, good grandpa. So, I like him. Pasta. Okay. Oh, God, I've always wished I could have gotten married, but I still feel like I'm going to. I picture me married. I don't picture me always remaining alone. Even though I didn't have children, having had such a rewarding relationship with my own stepmom, I would look forward to being somebody's stepmother. All right, this song is called I Won't Complain. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days, some long and sleepless nights. But when I look around and I think things... Oh, I think that was something Ruby Dee said, the actress. Something about I believe life is forever. She said, I believe life is forever. You don't die. It just goes on. The vibrations continue. He wiped my tears away, turned my midnight into day. So I'll say thank you, Lord. I won't complain.